one of the saddest parts of this whole journey for me, and it's a mixed thing, right? I won't say it's not. It's to go back and look at that first day video of mine. It's actually a first day video. I think I made it 5 days after I'd stopped drinking. And yeah, it was, I see this fella who was just in a mess, and I was coming off 30 years of doing this habit. And it is what it is, you can't undo any of this stuff. You can't go back and fucking change any of this stuff. But it's the fact that you can make such a change happen in your life, that you can come off something which is, everyone else says, oh no, it's going to be so tough, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, you're an alcoholic, you've got a disease, it's changed your brain, it's and there's plenty of evidence to back that up, right? And I'm not talking about evidence like that's pure evidence, but there's plenty of stuff. Look at Alcoholics Anonymous, for instance, and these people are going in there and they're talking about stopping drinking alcohol, and they're going back week after week, month after month, year after year, and that puts this sense of doubt into your brain that maybe you can't do this, maybe this is going to be so hard. And when I stopped, I realized that I could make it hard inside my own head if I wanted to, right? I could pump up the anxiety, I could pump up the stress within myself. But the more that I started to think about and focus myself on the future and what I could do in my own future, the more I was given confidence that this wasn't so tough after all, that it wasn't the stopping drinking alcohol that was the problem. It was what you do afterwards. It was what you do to open up your own life, to open up your own eyes, to expand your own mindsets. That was the issue. If you could learn things, if you could put the brain that you've got, which is a fantastic, it's probably the most complex thing that we know. Something that we time and time again with all kinds of drugs and medications try to suppress. If you stop trying to suppress it, stop trying to escape from your life, and instead embrace the complexity and the power of your brain and your life, the stuff that you can do. Look what I'm doing now, I can't believe that I'm actually teaching people how to stop drinking alcohol. And it's not even that. That's not even the part that I love and that I'm the most proud of. The part that I'm the most proud of is when I see in the other person that I'm talking to, especially on coaching calls, and I see the light coming on, that they've all of a sudden they've opened their eyes up to their own potential and what they can do, and they thought that their life was over, that this was it, because they got to this stage in this journey. Think about all the negative stuff that is put out with alcoholic. You're not a normal drinker. You're not this. You're not that. Like I said earlier on, you've got a disease, and then all of a sudden people start to realize that it's not the stopping drinking alcohol that was ever holding them back. It was their own brain. It was the alcohol is definitely going to be a straitjacket, right? It's definitely going to be a prison cell that, when you put yourself into that, your perspective is so closed. But once you get rid of the alcohol, once you start to, your mind clears and you start to see things from a better perspective, you see how far you can go. And, I'm not saying that this is going to happen to you on day one or year one even. Like I said, it took me 2-3 years before I was able to really see what it was that what I was doing in my life, the things that I was able to achieve. Opens up so much for you, the things that, I can't tell you how many things I've done now because I've stopped drinking alcohol, but I'm just a different person. Like I said, go back and look at that day one video and you'll see. Take care. Onwards and upwards, eh?